Alright, this is going to be the unboxing and setup for the Zen Fountain for pets. This is the 1 gallon version, and you're going to see, as I see, how this comes boxed and how to set it up. So just be patient with me and we'll do this together. So first thing I like to do when I get something is make sure it's new, not returned. Some tricks of the trade to know if it's new or not is things like the cord. If the cord is not kind of professionally factory wound up, and of course if the paper doesn't look right or whatever, then you probably have a returned item. So we're going to take it out of the paper here, the plastic. Looks like there's the filter right here. And we'll open it up. Important, read before operating. Of course, this is an electrical appliance. Check the cord, read the instructions, etc., etc., etc. One nice thing you can tell with fountains, most all fountains have this, but if you're concerned about electricity and fountains, I know a little bit about electricity. I'm an amateur radio operator. But these little devices are called transformers, and what they do is they convert AC current to DC. AC current and electricity do not mix very well at all. Not the greatest for DC either, but you're not going to get shocked with DC current. You don't have to worry about it, in other words. So when you unplug this, or when you plug this in, the current going to the fountain motor is going to be DC. It'll tell you on here too how many volts. The output is 12 volts. Output is 12 volts. 12 volts AC, 200 milliamps. That's interesting. So I'll take that back. The other filter we have, and every one we've had, is 12 volts DC. So this will still be AC, but it's only 12 volts. And only 200 milliamps. So the input is 120 volts, it's out of your wall, 60 hertz, and 9 watts. The output is only 12 volts AC. Still not really enough to, damage you. This does have a little sticker on here that tells you about the pump. All these little pumps are pretty much the same. The good thing is that they come apart. It tells you how to do it, to clean it. If you clean your water in your water filter every couple of days, you generally don't need to do that. These filters are carbon filters. The Cat filter, which I have another video showing you about the Cat filter, is not only carbon, but it has a water softener. Not all their filters, but you can see in there it has a little yellow substance, and that's a water softener which takes the magnesium and calcium out. Magnesium is not good for the kidneys of pets, so if you have a pet that you want to drink more fluid, the first thing of course is get the fountain. That really unbelievable, the amount of water that they drink. It's like 5-fold, 5 times as much. But if you're concerned about the magnesium, I would recommend the Cat filter, because those filters, they're round, they have a plastic top, but they do soften the water, therefore taking that out. Basically, there's really not much to this thing. Here goes operating instructions, and of course they put the assembly further in here. Wouldn't it make sense to put that at the beginning and put operating after that? But obviously they do things backwards because it's from China. Nothing personal. And so, fountain disassembly and cleaning. Well, it doesn't even have assembly. It says disassembly. Fountain disassembly and cleaning. Pump maintenance. Again, like the little sticker showed, you'll have that. Pump maintenance. More pump maintenance. They really go on the mountain. Reassembly of the fountain. So, here we have the pump, okay, and here we have another piece. Looks like the pump goes right here, and one thing too, once you get all this together, I probably should do this before I even start. It's good to rinse this thing out. You don't want residual garbage or chemicals or shipping stuff involved in this for your animal. So it's a good idea to clean this out. Probably not a bad idea once you get the filter going to let it go for a few minutes, pour the whole thing out, and just start over. I can tell you that you do want to be sure to rinse this through the water fountain right under the water for a few minutes, because if you put it right in and don't do that, it's going to absorb a lot of water, but you're going to get some carbon that will not hurt your pet. But the carbon is little granules that look like dirt, but it's black, that'll be in the water. Again, if you don't do that, it's not going to hurt them. In fact, this is charcoal or carbon charcoal-like substance that a lot of times vets will use if there's poisoning or whatnot. It's a filter. It's a filter. Get it? It's a filter. Okay, so this little assembly looks like the part where the pump goes into. You got a little gadget right here, which I'm presuming goes in the top here, and it looks like that fits into the bottom of this thing right here. So it's going to have the water coming out the fountain, and my guess is that this little guy here, we'll have to see how it goes in, but it's going to go something like so here, okay? And you're probably going to have to take this apart. There you go. Something like that, and you put it probably something like this here. But again, it always helps if that doesn't work. You read the directions, all right? It's talking about reassembly, about taking the filter. The filter actually goes in this slot right here, okay? Right here is where the filter goes. It says that the filter rinse under cold water, as I said, or charcoal dust is what they call it. Insert filter in housing. Make sure the black side is facing the pump. Pump is here. It's going to go like so. Okay? That's how you do it right there, folks. You put that in there. Actually, it looks like a little snap mechanism here. Doesn't look like it snaps too good. Anyways, okay. So I'm going to take it back apart and clean it. But it looks like too, you've got some snaps for this part here that contains all the pump and water fountain that snap into the top right here. The holes. There's just little slits right here. Okay, right there. And then it says about taking this thing off. Let's see how it recommends doing this thing. This is interesting. Replace housing. Do not attach the ramp without the tab depressed. Okay, locked in a wrong position. Okay, again, you're learning as I'm learning, and we're going to see how hard this actually is. You know, it always helps too if you look at a picture of the box, because the ramp is actually lower. There you go. So I was wondering what that was. That's the deal, man. Oh, goodness gracious. I wouldn't break it. So this is removable so you can clean it, which is nice. Okay, there you go. Hey, let's go right there. The fountain, there you go. They're making them easier and easier. Years ago when I had the first couple models of all these things, man, they were so difficult to put together and whatnot. Here you saw in a matter of 2.5, 3 minutes, a little bit of my big mouth talking here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go rinse it out, and then we'll meet back up where this one's going, and that's going into the bathroom for the cats. Snoopy is about 14, 15 years old. Jake is about 13, 14. So it's really important that they drink a lot of water at this age. And I usually turn on the faucet. We have a faucet that has, actually just like this, it has a little thing, and he loves it. So, but I have to, you know, sometimes pick him up to get him on the counter. Believe it or not, since we've been giving him glucosamine and Conjordan, I'll do a review, by the way, on the Cosequin, which is very good. He's actually been able to jump, but still, it's, you know, it's hard for him. But this will be available all the time for him. He'll love it. So we'll see you in a few minutes.